All right, I want to make this short, quick, and easy to understand because I was all over YouTube to get this very simple, clear explanation, and for some reason it took me like 15 videos to finally get what I was hinting onto, or what I thought I was understanding correctly, but couldn't get anyone to just quite say it. So I don't know why this was so dang hard to figure out. Anyway, this is my little workshop down here. You know, I've got my green tea and energy drink and coffee and water. Obviously not all at the same time, just whatever keeps you going. And I do all my research here. And I'm a novice at this, and that's fine, especially those guys over in our Facebook group where I'm posting stuff. They're like, oh yeah, no doubt you're a novice. Totally fine, does not matter at all. So I am still learning, but I finally got this figured out. Now you see these two motors here sitting next to each other. So those propellers are going opposite ways, and there's no CCW, CW, blah, 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 in the motors, okay? Sure, you can say it matters because all it is the shaft here and the way that it spins. There's no difference in the motor whatsoever. So it took me like 15 videos for someone to finally just tell me that, which is what I thought I was understanding. So there's no difference, all right? So you do have a difference in the prop. All right, because you obviously want them to go that way, thrust is going this way. So all you're gonna do is once you install this and you've got it the right way and the other one's going the wrong, unless you just get lucky, you just switch the two wires that go to the ECU, doesn't matter which two wires, or I'm sorry, the ESC. And there you go, now they're both gonna be spinning going forward, but one's going that way, one's going that way, and everything is good and set. So the only problem is that in theory, it would be loosening itself because the shaft and the threading on there, that's the only thing with this CCW motor, is that that's different, so when you tighten it. But you can get locking nuts, you know, you can also just get like Teflon tape. I mean, there's different things you can do. I really don't think it's gonna be a big problem. From what I've understood now in all the videos I've watched, nobody has really had a big problem with this. I definitely do think you need, and it's clear, it's a fact, you do need the motors to spin differently, especially on a drone. So I have a plane that's gonna have 4 motors here. And so, you know, one side's gonna go this, the other one's like that on one wing. And then on the other side, one's going like this, one's like that. So everything is working happily. This is the plane here. It is over 6 feet tall. It's gonna be ginormous. The wing is back here, still work in progress. So anyway, then you've got these, and I couldn't really see anywhere either where somebody was just telling me how these darn things go on. You know, some of it's common sense, sure, but other things you really want to verify. So I'm just going to show you really simply here. This one, you see that side that's bigger, like a plate? That is going to go up there to give the propeller something to sit on, real nice, like that when it's on there. Also, this other little side is going to be pushing down where you've got these little butt joints, these little lips, and that's going to be securing that down tight. So that slides on this way. Okay, and then you put the prop on the correct way. It's got to spin. Usually that's going to be these little numbers facing forward, but I mean, it's common sense. You can tell by looking at it, you know, which way it's going to spin and which way the air is going to be going back. And also, you know, the bigger the prop, the better, because the more efficient it's going to be. So if I had this little guy in here, it's a really inefficient setup versus this one, which might be a little big, but I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna see. The bigger the prop, the more efficient, and actually the slower that it's spinning. So anyway, there's more stuff to know there. And then you just put on the bullet on the end, or if you have a locking nut, put a locking nut on the end and just watch it after you fly. You know, I just don't see how it's a big problem. So that's what I wanted to know about CW CCW, and for some reason couldn't just get a clear frigid explanation on it. So hope that helps somebody.